Siddha Sharma ji.
We are discussing about Om. Om is derived from the root Allah. And this Allah has got 19 meanings, I was telling. And some 5 we had discussed yesterday, the previous class. Rakshana, Gati, Kanti, Trupti, Avagama. But I left out the Preeti. Ava, Rakshana, Gati, Kanti, Preeti, Trupti, Avagama. That's the order. Preeti I had left. I'll start from that now. Preeti, Preen, Preenane. That's the root for Preeti. It means to love and be loved. To love and be loved. So, of course, it refers to Satchidananda, which is worthy of our love, respect, gratitude, everything. Because starting from our Sharira, Indriya, Manas to all that we have in the physical world is a gift of God. So naturally, it deserves our love, respect, and gratitude. Preeti. And it loves us. It loves us. The very creation, the very purpose of very creation is for the sake of human beings. Is for the sake of creatures, all Satchit. Because every Satchit has a goal of reaching that peaceful and blissful state. And to get it, to achieve it, it needs lot of guidance and lot of tools, starting from its Sharira, Indriya, Manas. Now the provider of all these tools, the provider of the area of work, everything is gift of God. And if it had not done it, there were no one to check it, to question it, why you have not done. And it has got no benefit by doing this. It's purely for the sake of we Satchit, it's done. So without any expectation, without getting anything, without anybody supervising it, has done this whole thing purely because of a love towards Satchit. In other words, we call it as compassion, we call it as daya, we call it as karuna. Karuna, daya, anukampa, love. So, Preeti is that which deserves our love, respect, and gratitude, and that which loves us. And that is that Satchidananda known as Om. So, whenever we chant Om, we should feel that there is one great entity, Satchidananda, which loves us. We are loved. We are not alone. At the same time, we love that better than everything. Because the relationship with us and the Satchidananda is eternal, permanent. All other relationships, what we have got in this life, it's all temporary. I may have that relationship today, tomorrow when you quit this body, then all those relationships are cut. But my relationship with God is always there. That is the ultimate relative, bandhu. That is the creator of the whole universe for our sake. So by considering all these facets, all these features of the Satchidananda, we don't find anything better than that for our love. We love, respect, and show gratitude towards it. Preeti, Trupti, Avagama, up to that we have seen. Next one is Pravesha. Pravesha is to enter. That's right. Pravesha is to enter. Now, how is this Satchidananda, which is referred to here as Om? This Om or Satchidananda, it has got two main qualities, two main features. One is, it is enormous. It's enormous. Everything is in it. The whole universe is entered in it. Is in it. It encompasses the whole universe. And at the same time, it is abundant. It is also the subtlest. Because it is the subtlest, it enters everything and it is in everything. Tadantarasya sarvasya, tadu sarvasyasya bhakyataha. I have seen that. Everything is in it and it is in everything. Everything finds a place in it. Everything enters it. Everything is in it only. And it is in everything. Because of its subtlety, it can enter anything.
Sharma ji.
Ultimately, it is omnipresence. Okay, yes. You want to say something?
Can you repeat that mantra once more, Sharma ji?
Tadantarasya sarvasya. Tadantarasya sarvasya. Tadu sarvasyasya bhakyataha. Tadantarasya sarvasya. Tadu sarvasyasya bhakyataha. Tadu.
Sarvasyasya
Bhakyataha. It is in everything and everything is in it. That's the meaning of it. It's one Yajurveda mantra. That is because it has the capacity to enter into anything and everything is in it. Pravesha. Pravesha is to enter. It has entered everything and everything is in it. It gives an entry to everything in it. Nothing is left out. Which is that? That is Satyananda, which is here referred to as Om. When I chant Om, I should get that feeling that I am in it. I am in it. What is that it? That's Satyananda. I am in God and God is in me. That feeling should come to us. It's very important because most of the time what we do is we go in search of God. Maybe to a temple, a church, or this or that. There is no need for it. God is in us and we are in that God. So wherever we are, in any condition we are, it is possible for us to realize, we experience God in the form of peace and bliss. We need not go in search of it. In many religions, they also speak of pilgrimage. The pilgrimage is going in search of God. Trying to realize God in a specific place. That's not required. Because God is everywhere. Pravesha, it has entered everything, including ourselves. So the closest place where we can realize God is within ourselves. Going in search of God is of no use. It's a waste of time and energy. For different purposes, we can travel. That's a different issue. But traveling or pilgrimage in search of God is meaningless. Because in us only, closest, you can realize it here itself. Pravesha. Next one what I got is Shravana. Shravana is to listen. Shravana is to hear. We as Satchit, we have got some limitation. That limitation is without an apparatus, we cannot function. If you want to see, I want eyes. If you want to hear, I want ears. If you want to taste, I want tongue. If I want to think, I want this mind, brain. This is my limitation. Without that, I cannot. If my eyes are not functioning, cannot see. If my ears are out of order, then I cannot hear. That's my limitation. But here, Om is referred to as Shravana, that is, which can listen to anything, anywhere. Because number one, it is omnipresent and it is not dependent on any tool as we. It can see without eyes. It can listen without ears. That is its omnipotency. Omnipotent means doing anything without any aid. It doesn't depend on aids, any tools. Without the intervention of any tools, it's capable of doing things. So it's called as omnipotent. Shravana, it can listen. I need not even whisper. I need not even whisper. If I just think about it itself, it can listen to it. It can understand it. Because it is there in the very place where I am thinking. But what we do is, we want God to listen to us. So, with all loudspeakers and other things, we do bhajans, we do pray, we call God. It's not that God is deaf. God is so sensitive, even our thoughts can be heard by it. Shravana. We may think there is nobody who can listen to it. This also explained last time. If two people are sitting together and discussing, thinking that it is a top secret between those two, Raja Tadveda Varnastatiyaha. So the third entity is there, that is God, which is everywhere. It has already known your discussion. It has already heard your talk. Shravana. We cannot hide anything from its hearing. And it can hear our thoughts. Forget about everything for which you have given a form of sound. Your thoughts it can hear. That is Om. So when you chant Om, you should understand that we cannot hide anything from it. Whatever we do, it is 100% transparent to that entity Satchidananda. It can see, it can hear, it can understand. We will not chant and pray loudly. Maybe it is required for us. But for it, when a whisper, even a thought in us, it is able to listen. That is Shravana. Next one is Swami. Swami. Swami means master. We got three entities we have been discussing. Sat, Satchit, Satchidananda. Here Satchidananda is the master of the whole universe, containing Sat and Satchit. And this master is one. Now, how do you understand a master? Master is the one whose command, whose guidance we cannot overrule. We are bound by that. That's a master. This master, Satchidananda or Om, has established so many rules and regulations at all levels, starting from macro to micro, which are unsurpassable. We cannot cross it. We are bound by that. Within that boundary, within that framework, okay, we have got little freedom. But for that, the framework is so fixed, is so hard that we cannot overcome it. We cannot surpass it. That's a master. The whole world runs according to the rules what it has made, the systems what it has established. Now here, a master who is a human being, and this master, which is the master of the whole universe, there's one basic difference. Here, this master, which is a human being, we can request and get excuse for what we have done. Okay, you are excused, you are spared, go. I as a master can spare people, or anyone who is a master can spare the people for what they have done wrong. But this master is so impartial and so strict that any amount of our prayer and request will not relieve us from the effect of our deeds. No excuses. You have done something wrong, you should get punished. You have done something good, you'll be rewarded. Impartial, everyone. That is mastery over things. We cannot escape. We cannot get an excuse. You have done right, fine. You have done wrong, it's inevitable for you. It is unavoidable, and you should take the punishment. This master is so strict. This master is so impartial. No influence, no bribe, nothing. There's control over the whole universe in the form of the rules and regulations what it has established. That is Om, Satchidananda. Whatever rules are there, we cannot overcome. We are bound by it. We are subject to it. The word subject is used as citizens. In the meaning of subject is citizen. The meaning is we are subject to its rules and regulations. We are not free either to follow or not to follow, except within the framework. But the framework and beyond, we are 100% bound by it. We are subjected to its rules and conditions and framework. Swami. Then we got next one, Arthayachana. Arthayachana. We have so many needs. We are not without needs because we have got our own limitations. I need so many tools, apparatus for my functioning. The first thing is Sharira Indriya Manas of mind and so many other paraphernalia required outside. Without that I cannot function. Without that I cannot do any work. So for those needs of mine, I have to pray, I have to beg, I have to seek. From whom? The only recourse I can take is to Satchidananda, and all my requests, all my prayers is for that. Arthayachana. For all my needs, I pray God, I request God to get me that. Of course, we have got other human beings also, to whom I can take recourse to and request, I want this, please give it, help me out. But these Satchit, who are also capable of giving, have got their own limitations. They cannot give everything. They can give a little, subject to their limitations and capacity. But the capacity and the limitation is unbound in the case of Satchidananda. What is Satchit cannot cater to, what is Satchit cannot give, yes, that Satchidananda can give. We can seek it from that. We can request it from that. But one more thing is there, that is, we should deserve it. That's very important. Unless we deserve, we are not able to get it. Prerequisite is deserving. I want peace and bliss. Fine. It is not available anywhere else except that Satchidananda. So our prayer for peace and bliss is with that only. Our request or begging is with that only. But I will not get it as it is unless I deserve. So Arthayachana, in other words, is also speaks about my deserving it. And that can give me anything. Anytime, anywhere. All other creatures which are with me, all my fellow beings, they are all having a relationship with me in this life. Next life, the whole framework is different. Who comes there and what relationships get established, we don't know. But our relationship with Satchidananda, Om, is always a constant. My prayers to it can be there always. Any condition, anywhere, anytime. That is Artha Yachana. Yachana is to seek, to request for. Artha is what I need. For all my needs, the final sanctioning authority is at Satchidananda. That is Artha Yachana. That is Om. Next one is Swami Artha Yachana Kriya. Kriya. Phrase action. The action of this Om, the action of this Satchidananda is unique. Nothing in this universe can do that. What is that Kriya? Srishti, Sthiti, Pralaya. It is unique to it. To create this universe, to run this universe, and finally disintegrate this whole universe. So this Kriya is the ultimate actions, the ultimate responsibility of Srishti Sthiti Laya. It lies with the Om, it lies with the Satchidananda. No one can do these things. No one. Sat cannot do because it has no effort. It is inert. Satchit could have done, but Satchit has got its own limitations. It's not omniscient, it's not omnipresent, it's not omnipotent. So it cannot do it. So if at all anything can do it, it is at Satchidananda only. And the Kriya of creating this world, running this world through the rules and regulations and systems, and finally when the whole system disintegrates, to hold it on and again create, these things are possible only to that Satchidananda. Kriya. That is what work it does. We also can do Kriya, but our Kriya is purely limited. Certain things we can do, that's the end of it. It is not omni or it is not infinite. But infinite capacity to do things like Srishti Sthiti Pralaya, creation, running it, and controlling it during the time of disintegration is possible only to that Satchidananda. Kriya. Ichha. Ichha means wish. Ichha. Kriya. Ichha. Ichha is wish, determination, sankalpa. Now this Ichha also is common between Satchit and Satchidananda. We also get wishes. But one major difference is there. Whenever we wish for something, it means we don't have it. What we don't have, we wish for. That is, our wish is for what we don't have, and it is selfish in nature. Whereas the Ichha of Satchidananda is not for itself, it is for the welfare of all Satchit. It's totally different because that Satchidananda has got everything. There is no scarcity of anything in it. The whole universe belongs to it. So there is no Ichha for it. If at all there is an Ichha, that is for the welfare of the Satchit. That's the difference between these two Ichhas. Wishes, Sankalpa. Number one. Number two, we wish something, we have to deserve it. And for that, whatever we do, we are responsible for its repercussions and the karma phala we have to take. It's associated with our wish and actions. Whereas the wish and actions of Satchidananda is free from the karma phala. It is not touched by karma phala at all. It does, but karma phala is not there for it. That's again another difference. Ichha, it wishes, it does, but as a result of that wish and doing it, the result is not affecting that Satchidananda. Aparamrushtaha, this is a word what they use in Yoga Shastra. Aparamrushtaha means it is not touched by karma phala. Wish is there, which is not selfish.
Aparam?
Only karma phala, the result of our actions, the fruits of our actions. We are responsible for the fruits of our actions, whereas it is not at all touched by the fruits of its actions. It is free
What is
from
that word, Sharmaji?
Aparamrushtaha.
Paramrishtaha.
Aparamrushta. Paramrushta is getting in touch with it, which is in touch with it. It is responsible for it. Aparamrushta, it does it, but no karma phala touches it. Aparamrushtaha is a word used in Yoga Shastra, Yoga Darshana of Patanjali. There he uses this word, Aparamrushtaha. God is not touched by the results of its actions. We are affected by it. Whatever we think, whatever we talk, whatever we do, we are responsible for it and we are to take the result of it. Good or bad, reward or punishment. But Satchidananda does it, but it's not affected by its result. And what it does, it's not because of its requirement, but it's for the requirement of Satchit. Because the whole universe belongs to it and it is not in need of anything. So its wish, its ichha is not at all selfish. It's not at all for Satchidananda. It's for Satchit. Its wish is selfless. So our Rakshana, Gati, Kanti, Preeti, Tripti, Avagama. This is what we had seen earlier. Today it is Preeti and Pravesha, Shravana, Swami, Arthayachana, Kriya, Ichha. After this we have seen. There are many more. That is Deepti, Avapti, Alingana, Himsa, Adana, Bhaga, Vruddhi. This we will see tomorrow. Maybe we will be completing it. With that, we will be completing the meaning of one single letter Om, which is in the beginning of the whole Gayatri mantra. Of course, any mantra, it starts with Om. Then we have got Bhuhu, Bhuvaha, Swaha, and so many other things. Gradually, we discuss everything. Maybe it will not be over in one class, but it takes several classes. Fine, it is worth it. It's worth it. Okay, thank you for the day.
Sharma ji, tomorrow we won't have, right? Day after tomorrow.
Tomorrow we will not have. It's day after tomorrow.
Yes.
That is Wednesday for me, Tuesday for you.
Yes.
Okay,
Dhanyawad.
thank you. Dhanyawad.